How you going, Game Staters? Uh, just gonna give you an update on a couple of announcements that have just been made or have just shown up on the EB Games website. So the first one is Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I actually didn't mind the first Division. It could have been a lot better if they had stuck to it just being a single player game, but they didn't. They made it they made it half and half, and it didn't feel like a complete game. It just felt like I don't know how to put it into words. Half of it was like a single player style game, but then that single player stuff would lead into multiplayer. You know, like you'd need a group to go and do something. Like the quest would eventually take you into one of these dungeons, and then you'd have to get a group. And it would have been better if they had just focused on one thing. Like Rockstar. They did Grand Theft Auto 5, and they said, hey, multiplayer will be added later on. Enjoy the game while you've got it. And by the time, you know, you guys have finished it a couple of times, had your complete money's worth, multiplayer will be out. And they came through with multiplayer. Now, why couldn't they do the same with The Division? Why? I should have said, why couldn't the same have been done with The Division? Create a completely single player experience and tell its fans or player base that, hey, multiplayer is coming. We're still working out the kinks and the different modes, maps, what exactly we want multiplayer to be. Do we want it to be team-based or PvP or a cross between both? Do we want you to have objectives? Just stuff like that. But they didn't. And that's why The Division failed, because it tried to be both a single player and a multiplayer experience, and it just blended the two, and it failed. Now they're making The Division 2, and hopefully it's going to be a single player experience. If it's not, then they might as well just pack their bags and go home. If it's going to be if it's going to be a blend of both single player and multiplayer, it's going to backfire on them. The other thing is that looking at this, it is only coming out on PS4 and Xbox One. There's going to be no PC release. Maybe not yet. It could be later on. This game has only just come up on the EB website. So I haven't gone and looked for any further information. Let's go and have a look, actually. Tom Clancy. Division 2. Release on PC. So, 2 is coming, update on the Division, confirmed updates coming to. Division 2 is coming. Okay, so there have been some announcements. It's coming to the original. Has officially confirmed a sequel to The Division, aptly titled Division 2. In a live stream, the company revealed the game and confirmed it's being developed by the same primary studios as the first entry, including Massive Entertainment, Red Storm, Ubisoft Reflections. You'll be able to transfer some progress from the original game to Division 2, though how that will work is not yet clear. No more details have been discussed. The company says a full reveal is coming at E3 2018. We'll report back as more details are shared. Okay, so when is E3? That's in June, isn't it? E3 2018. 2018. E3. Start. Yeah, 13th of June. God, I've still got this cold. Discussed original 2 years to the day after the first game was released, was there to announce the Division 2 deal. Some of the games are scant at this point, but we do know it's apparently in development. The same studio as the first game, so hopefully Massive Entertainment makes it a complete single player experience. If they don't, then in my opinion, in my own personal opinion, it's going to backfire, because they did it with Titanfall. They tried to blend single player with multiplayer, and it became boring and repetitive and disinteresting. They did it better with Titanfall 2. They gave it a single player experience and added multiplayer on top of it. It's again first leaked through stock website 4 trailers, which published a blog post from creative director Julian Garridy, which I read on Tuesday has been discovered. Okay, so there's not news release. How much data do we into this one? Nor were platforms that Massive said that it will once again build a game with the Snowdrop engine. March 8, 2019. Okay, so they haven't actually announced what platforms it's going to be on. Yeah, here we go. It wasn't an easy decision, but there are so many stories and so many... sorry, hang on. In today's live stream, Garridy confirmed the sequel. I believe this is his statement. It wasn't an easy decision, but there are so many stories and so many experiences that we wanted to explore within the world of The Division that we felt a sequel was the best way to explore these things, he said. Matthias Carlson, the game director, that it's an incredible opportunity to take all of that learning, all the experience from what The Division is today and put it into a new game. Okay, so hopefully it is going to be a single player experience, or at least they do things differently and make it more dynamic. I can't think of the word. When you play The Division, all the bosses feel exactly the same. They're bullet sponges. Then the last boss is a stupid helicopter. So hopefully diverse. Hopefully they make the bosses a little bit more, and the gameplay a little bit more diverse. Okay, so that's The Division 2. Has been announced. The other one I want to look at is Black Ops 4. Now, this is coming out to PC as well, so hopefully if they're going to do a big collector's edition, I hope they do it with PC, because the last one I got, the Juggernaut edition, I had to get that on Xbox, and I can't play first-person shooters on console. I don't know how to do it with the controller. So if they can do it with PC, fantastic. Thank you very much. I think it's Sledgehammer Studios that is doing Black Ops 4. No, Triptych or wait a second. Black Ops 4. Early release. Red Dead Redemption 2 looks pretty good. I watched the trailer for that. Black Ops Division. Yeah, well, we all knew it was from Activision, but the actual guys who are making it is Triarch. By Triarch, the studio responsible for the entire Black Ops series. So I really enjoyed the first and second Black Ops. Black Ops 3, which I believe is the robotic one. Let me just have a look at that. Black Ops 3. Yeah, I bought that on Steam. I ended up getting a refund because I found it completely and utterly boring. Single player was alright. The only really intense scene that I found in that was when you were getting bashed by that robot and it tore your arms off. That twisted my insides, seeing that and hearing the person or the player scream in agony. No idea what the Black Ops 4 is going to be about, or what storyline it's going to follow. The trailer kind of shows scenes from all the Black Ops games, so it might follow something like that. So my only concern is Triarch is not going to bring out a collector's edition for PC. I hope they do. If not, I probably won't get it, or I might, depending on what it is. If it's just a bunch of useless junk that I'm not going to use, or show on the back of behind me on my shelves and that, then I probably won't get it. The other issue, sorry, the other issue I have is that the product overview says this is a digital download title. No physical disc is provided. See, now this is to stop people who don't enjoy their game from actually returning it. Because if I don't like a game and I find it boring or frustrating or just completely utterly stupid, I'm going to take it back. I don't care. It's a dumb game. I don't like it. I'll take it back. They did it with Halo 5. Right? And I found Halo 5 to be boring. The only interesting character out of that was Buck. The biggest badass in Halo 5 is still the Master Chief, but we only got to do 4 missions. I think it's 3. Oh, man. So, that was basically to stop people from returning it. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's set in stone, but to me that's what it feels like. I'm buying this game and I have no way to return it because it's a digital code. You can't return digital products unless you actually buy it online. So we'll watch the trailer. I've already seen it, so you're not going to get a reaction, but as I said, it looks like it's taken stuff from the previous Black Ops games. Yes, there was a picture back in the start. I think that was from Black Ops or Black Ops 2, and then with the big robot guy, that was Black Ops 3. Where is it? Oh yeah, no, it is Black Ops. I was starting to think it might have been Advanced Warfare. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. Keep an eye out on these games. I did enjoy as I said, I did enjoy the first 2 Black Ops games. The third one, it was alright. I just didn't like the multiplayer. I found the multiplayer to be utterly boring. It felt exactly the same as every other Call of Duty game. The best one, I believe, was Modern Warfare 3, where you had maps that tailored to both people who like to snipe and people who like to run around in close quarters. Now, I know people are going to say, no, snipe, you camp, that sucks, you suck, you crap. But sniping is a legitimate play style, okay? You go into the military and you actually have snipers who will sit and wait from hours, days, weeks, who knows how long, until they get their target. So, don't whinge that sniping is a camper's job, because it's a legitimate play style. The ones I don't like are the people who like to camp around corners with submachine guns and assault rifles. They're the ones you should be complaining about, because they're the ones who suck. You've got an assault rifle and a submachine gun. It's not like I can run around with a sniper rifle and just quick scope everyone. Anyway, guys, watch out for those games. They're going to be good. I have to believe they're going to be good. that they've learnt their lesson. That's all we can do, really, is just hope that companies wake up to themselves. Alright, that's it, guys. That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield.